Yo, what up, man? Chris, I'm checking back in, man. Back with the blog, man. Make sure that like button, that subscribe button away, and I appreciate all the support, man. Hope you guys are having a good weekend, man. Hitman holla and Mook back in the news. There's been a lot of chatter going on. Apparently, behind the scenes, they try to do a deal. I'm actually glad they're even talking about it. You know what I'm saying? It is definitely a battle I want to see. And when ARP announced that he was retiring, I knew that battle was getting further and further away from happening because I don't see URL, especially talking about the bag is gone. Cutting a check for Hitman holla for this battle, which I know is going to have to be 6 figures. So I was like, damn, without no dialogue, we can't even get nothing moving. So I had to call Mook's manager, man. I had to call Mook's manager and find out, man. Niggas is saying Mook is ducking, bro.
Like, you should already know me. Like, you know I ain't going for that.
Niggas is saying Mook is ducking. I want to know from you, what the hell is going on, man? So I'm going to tell you what he said about that. I'm going to tell you a little bit of their thought process. And, but I was listening to this space. I'm trying to get a little background. You know, we got a glizzy glaze alert. We got a glizzy glaze. Niggas is glizzy glazing. Yeah, I mean, niggas glizzy glazing on a Friday too, man. That's crazy. We got a glizzy glaze. I'm watching this. Now, Polo jumped into space, bro. And this nigga started glazing Mook so doggone hard, bro. It was ridiculous. Now, I know I called Mook's manager, but I didn't know Polo. Well, what are you Mook's manager too? I mean, what, boy, you going way too hard. Boy, a nigga that ain't spoke for himself.
You ain't about the space as me.
Your man's ducking, Polo. Talk about that. Your man's ducking. He's fraud.
I don't think he's ducking. I think he's just trying to get the business right.
I think he's trying to get the battle in New York.
That too.
Just be honest about it then. That's all I'm asking.
What business not right? He want 50%. I gave him that. He want the footage. I gave him that. What other business got
I think
to be
the
right?
league matters the most. I think that matters the most.
It ain't no. Listen. It ain't no league that want to book it. That's what you failing to realize. You acting like we doing all this with options. It ain't no league that want to book it. That's my problem. Now, if we had 4 leagues that's fighting over it, cool. Why would he pick bags and bodies when RBE want it, when Chrome want it, when all these people want it? That's not the case. This is the last lifeline. Man, ain't nobody finna book this shit. They can't afford it. But let's do it right now. While you know what I'm saying? While they talk Kendrick and Drake and all that kind of shit. The nigga, let's get to it. You ain't got the right to be like what the league matters. We ain't got no other league.
Yeah, no, this is definitely the right time though with Kendrick Drake. I said that on my show. I said the energy is up right now. This is the perfect time. But
And he want me to come to New York? Like, come on, bro. Like, you gotta be real sometimes. You just gotta sit back and be like, yo, he that petrified. You want me to come to New York?
it ain't about being scared though. New York is the mecca for battle rap. It's gonna give y'all the
Man, New York, that's it. That's where he hide at, bro. If you just said you wanted to be fair, right? You going against me because you bags and bodies. That's the upper hand. That's the upper hand. That's the upper hand. But you want me to come to New York though, because it's the mecca.
I want you to come to New York because I feel like battle rap need a mega match, and I feel like New York is the perfect place to set the right ambiance for this match.
Bro. I'm cool, bro. I just go neutral, like you just
That
said.
can't be it. And I'm not even mad at that, Polo. I like big room battles in New York too, but that can't be a deal breaker here.
I called Mook's manager, asked him what was going on, man. When he picked up the phone, I just started laughing. I was like, how the hell is you in the news again, man? What's going on? So he did assure me that they definitely want to do the battle. He did assure me that they want to do the battle. He's trying to minimize the chatter in terms of saying that he didn't feel like this battle, he didn't feel like the conversations he had with ARP and Hitman had gotten far enough, and he was trying to get more clarity, take more time, and he was telling Hitman like, yo, you know, we need more time to kind of discuss things. And he said he guess Hitman just didn't feel like that was enough. So I was like, yo, what is the problem? Is Mook afraid to battle on bags and bodies? He said that wasn't really an issue. He said he didn't really feel like that was an issue. I said, does he trust that Hitman would give him the bread? You know what I'm saying? Because when you do a pay-per-view split, somebody got to be controlling the pay-per-view numbers. So if I tell you that there's 8,000 pay-per-view buys, how do I know it's really not 9,000 and you just keeping some of the money? So there has to be some type of trust issue, or unless I'm just going to open up all the books. So I was like, yo, is he like worried that he's not going to really get his bread? Does he feel like he's some beta male because he got to wait on Hitman to get paid and all this kind of stuff? Is he afraid that it's not an upfront situation where you get your money up front. You know what I'm saying? Your first half. He told me the conversation didn't get that far. Now, Hitman is on here saying they discussed a 50-50 split. Then it got to a 70-30 split. And it was like all these different excuses. Hitman's manager is saying it really didn't get that far. So I don't know. There's definitely some non-truth in that. I don't know what's going on. I have a hard time believing Hitman would just be like, yo, Mook said he wanted a 50-50 split. If Mook didn't say he wanted a 50-50 split. So I don't know. But he was trying to say that they didn't really get to the numbers and all this kind of stuff. So I was like, yo, what's the holdup? And he was telling me that he felt like one of the biggest holdups is the ownership of the battle. So I guess Hitman is saying, I book it on Bags and Bodies. I own the battle. I know he was saying you can get 50% of the battle. I don't really know how you do 50% of the battle if I upload it on Bags and Bodies. You know what I'm saying? It's my channel. I can see all the algorithm and all the analytics for the channel. It's my YouTube channel. I got all the passwords. So how does Mook really know how well the video is doing? He can see from a view count, but they're going to tell you in your analytics how much YouTube is paying you for this video. Okay, this video made $1,000. This video is now $5,000. This video then made, $10,000. Like, it'll tell you in the analytics. He was basically saying that this battle is so big that it can be bigger than even YouTube. And he was like, yo, why can't we just package it? Why can't we just shoot it, package it up, and sell it to even a higher bidder, like a Netflix or something like that? Like, it's ways. We don't want to be put in a situation where we do the battle, Hitman owns the battle, and then the battle later on down the line means a lot more because Hitman is obviously a celebrity and Mook is Mook. And then down the road, the battle becomes, and then it gets packaged up and sold as like some type of some deal where you package up all the battles or whatever. And then we don't have any access to any future revenue. So I understand what he's saying, but I kept it real with him. I told him, I said, honestly, if you trying to sell it to another bidder, possibly even bigger than YouTube, and trying to see like how much we can do the battle for. And I said, I feel like Daylight and Lux tried that. I feel like Daylight and Lux tried to do a battle themselves, or at least thought about it and thought, shit, this could be bigger than just selling it to a league or something like that. We can, Daylight is signed to TDE and Loaded Lux is Loaded Lux. Like, we can do something super big on our own. But I told him, I said, bro, how long do you think that's going to take? I'm like, bro, you could be doing them kind of negotiations and them kind of talks literally the whole year. And I said, so how are you going to get a Hitman, Holla, and Mook battle in 2024 if you trying to figure out a way to sell the battle to a bigger customer? I said, those kind of negotiations take months. And I said, so you're going to waste the whole summer. You're going to do this. Hitman obviously wants to battle, so he'll probably come up with another deal or another situation and battle somebody else. And I was just like, now the momentum is kind of killed. So I was like, I see what you're saying, but to the fan, it looks like you're stalling. It looks like, oh, and another thing too, I think a big problem is that you guys have all these ideas of what you can do with the battle, but you can't really make nothing happen. So it's one thing for you, like, it ain't about, I'm all about the solution. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we can come up with a bunch of problems and a bunch of what ifs, but what's the solution? So the thing is, if you feel like we can go to Netflix, or we could go here, we could sell the battle to this person, that person, or whatever the case may be, can you make that happen? And if you can't make that happen, then it's just kind of, at this point, it's just talk. There's no guarantee that that's ever going to happen anyway. We hear URL is supposed to do a Netflix deal. Saga, KCJ, BBL, Hustle, all these people battled. There was footage of them, clips of them battling and screenshots and all that kind of stuff. They battled for Netflix. This is when they were still with Caffeine, but we don't really know if URL has a Netflix deal coming up. We don't really know.
It's in my dreams, but this my pursuit of happiness. So y'all gonna watch me still hustle with a machine. She ain't tough as she seems. You ain't no tall bully if I say so. I give an Amazon a bald head like Jack Bezos. Bud, okay, so why I gotta respect that? I'm fucking on a fuck boy. I be ignoring all them red flags, big cats. Plus I got clothes packing. You an ape, well I'm a orangutan that's arms dragging.
All we heard was that, they shot these battles for Netflix, but we don't really know. But look how long it's been since KCJ and BBL Hustle battled. It's been over a year. So look, this is the thing about how long it takes for this stuff to happen. I was like, bro, you're going to ruin all the momentum. And if I'm coming to you with the battle, like, yo, we should do this. Let's split the pay-per-view. Let's do X, Y, and Z. Let's do this. Let's battle. I'm trying to hook up something so that we can battle this summer, maybe in like July or August or whatever. Then I'm trying to make the battle happen. You're telling me a bunch of reasons why it can't happen right now, but you don't really have the solutions. It ain't like you can pick up the phone, talk to a nigga at Netflix, and make a deal happen right now. So all you're doing is speculating like, yo, the battle, and probably what you're doing is a lot of future shit that you don't really know. Like maybe Hitman will continue to be a celebrity, and maybe Murda Mook will get bigger and bigger. And at some point in time, a Hitman Holla and Murda Mook battle will actually mean something a decade from now than it does right now. And that's kind of what you're banking on. So you're trying to protect yourself for not only the now, but later on, if Hitman decided to sell the whole Bags and Bodies catalog or some shit like that. And we hear a lot of that with URL. Like maybe they'll sell their catalog or something. There was rumors that URL may sell their catalog, or the Caffeine may buy some of their catalog, or maybe they was trying to figure out a way to raise more money to pay Nords back. And one way they could do it was sell part of their catalog. They could sell their catalog to Caffeine, and then Caffeine could cut them a check and they could pay Nords. There was a lot of rumors around URL's catalog, which having an app does allow them to have a catalog. Now, they are the only ones that have access to the battles. And I think that's another reason why they have the app too. Like it's not on YouTube anymore. So now if you want to see any URL battles, you got to go to the app. And as long as we got all these battles on the app, we have a catalog. I think he's thinking, what if Hitman sells his catalog and he owns the thing? I think that is just a little too over the top though, to keep it real with you. And we don't really know if Hitman is going to sell it. It's going to drag out the battle. And at the end of the day, we don't really know if this battle is going to be worth anything more than what it's worth right now, later on down the line. So as long as that's the case, and as long as you can't make shit happen, it's just going to look like you ducking at the end of the day. And I do feel like Mook is trying to make things the way he wants to. In this situation, bro, Mook is not the alpha, bro. It is Hitman Holla. He gets more views. He's more popular than Mook. Now, in battle rap, I'm not sure if he's more respected than Mook. Like, you don't ever hear people, like, there's not a lot of people that have Hitman on their Mount Rushmore. I hardly ever hear that. If I ask people, give me your top 4 Mount Rushmore, I hardly ever hear Hitman's name. He's very well deserving. Probably the highest pay-per-view sales, highest battles on URL, highest battles on other leagues like RBE and stuff like that. He's created a resume numbers wise that is just like, yo, he's definitely like set new marks and trends. But a lot of people don't have them. It's kind of like the same people. It's like, I got Mook, I got Lux, I got Arsenal, I got Verb. Those are like a common 4. And then sometimes you'll throw Hollow the Dawn on there. Some people might have Disaster on there. Some people may have Hitman on there, stuff like that. But the other 4 seems to be more of a staple. You know, so I just feel like in battle rap, another thing, how many times do you hear people say Hitman is my end game? You hear people say that about Mook and Lux. It's the end game, it's the end game, it's the end game. People battle Hitman and continue battling niggas. It don't really be an end game for them. But it be their biggest battle, you know what I'm saying, view-wise. But I hardly ever hear people say, man, I gotta get a Hitman battle. Hitman is my end game. I just don't hear people saying that about him. They say that about Mook and Lux, and they feel like they've reached a status. Look, we got Run Nitty coming up. He's looking to battle. He hasn't battled Hitman either. You don't see him angling about a Hitman. He's angling about a Lux. Why? They always, in battle rap, those two, Lux and Mook, have always garnered a lot more respect than a lot of other battlers, including Hitman, despite Hitman's accolades. That's why I was thinking battle rap, you know, it's a lot of people that like Easy to Block Captain. He battled Hitman and he just goes on and battle clips and all that. But if you ask him, he'll probably be like, yeah, I got to get Mook on my resume. You'll probably hear him say some shit like that. Or I got to get Lux on my resume. And it's just like, that's why I say in battle rap, they're kind of even, or Mook gets a little bit more respect. But everywhere else, not so much. I just feel like, but overall, I do feel like Hitman is the A side. And I think Mook is trying to angle some shit his way. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think, you know, they asked Hitman where he would do the battle at. He said they could do the battle in Houston. They could do the battle in Atlanta. I don't see Mook doing none of them 2 locations. unless they're private rooms or something, or no crowd or something. I don't see him going back to Houston. That's what a Reed Dollars battle was. I already did the Houston We Got a Problem log a long time ago and told you niggas was ducking the Houston smoke. So I do not see that at all. And if you battle in Atlanta and Hitman lives in Atlanta, that means all the Hitman folks can come and Mook folks don't live down there. So I don't see him doing that either. Or St. Louis. The battle just needs to happen in like Virginia or some shit in the DMV area. So like Hitman has to drive up and Mook has to drive down. That's probably the best place. But I could definitely see Mook trying to do a small room or trying to do a New York joint. I could see that. So I could definitely see him trying to angle it his way, feeling like he is the A side, even though he's not the A side. But I don't see the battle being put together unless they do this. Like nobody else is going to book this battle. So I think overall, there's been a lot of talk. I think ARP might eventually be some type of voice of reason. And just to clarify, he said he is definitely not coming back to battle rap to book this battle. So he said he don't even mention that. He's not going to do no pay-per-view and make it a full circle battle. He's not doing none of that. He's staying retired. He's not doing this battle. This battle has came and went. But who else can Mook battle though? I don't know who else he could battle. Like who else niggas want to see him battle? Like the Easy Buzz has died. Arsenal, not really. You already battled Twerk. Hitman is your only battle, really, bro. This is only battle. We looking at a time where there are no more battles for Hitman or Lux. There just aren't. There are no more battles, no more paydays, no nothing. I'm going to talk about that later on. I think it's over for them niggas, bro. No more battles, no, like, after Rum Nitty, who is Lux going to battle? Not JC, not DNA, not Danny Myers. There's just no more matchups for him that really, really make sense right now. So I think we could be looking at the time, last time we actually see these guys for real, for real. But Chris Unbiased, holla at your boy.